Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. What I'm about to tell you could shake up the entire AFC East, and not just for this season, but for years to come. There's a serious buzz coming out of Cincinnati that could see the Bengals making some bold moves to shake up their roster, and one of the most talked about rumors involves none other than Ja'Marr Chase. You heard that right. The Bengals, currently sitting at 6-7 with a defense that's been leaking points, giving up an average of 28 points per game this season, are contemplating a blockbuster trade that could send Chase packing to the Bills. That's a game changer, folks. The Bengals are reportedly considering trading their star wide receiver for a package of first-round picks plus an intriguing edge prospect, all to free up cap space and rebuild their offensive line, which has been battered by injuries and poor performance. It's a move that signals they're looking to reset, and Chase might be the perfect piece for the Bills' explosive attack. Chase, the LSU phenom, has been lighting up defenses with his route running, quickness, and ability to make contested catches. His numbers are impressive, an overall grade of 91. 4 in 2025, second among wide receivers, with yards per route run at a blazing 2.5, which puts him in the top 4 league-wide. He's got a contested catch rate of 61%, with 82 receptions for over 120 yards and 10 touchdowns in just 13 games. His yards after catch are elite, 440 yards, ranking third in the league, and he's a dynamic playmaker. Chase's career stats over the past few seasons are staggering, with more than 800 receiving yards and 68 touchdowns. His EPA per target is an elite plus 0.37, with minimal drops, only 3 in his entire career. Despite some injuries this year, including a shoulder injury in Week 6, Chase has played through it, logging 95% of snaps, and he remains one of the most explosive receivers in the league. Now, what makes this even more enticing for the Bills is Chase's profile. Standing 60 and weighing 201 pounds, he's a perfect complement to Stefon Diggs, who, as you all know, has been the go-to guy for Josh Allen. Chase's addition would stretch defenses even further, forcing opponents to respect the deep ball, which opens up the middle of the field and creates more space for Shakir and others. His yards per game average of 86. 2, with multiple 20-plus yard receptions and a 17% rate of big-time catches, shows just how explosive he can be. Remember that game in Week 3 against the Ravens. Chase caught 10 passes for 149 yards, forcing 10 missed tackles, and targeted 110 times this season, top 3 in the league. That kind of production can be a game-changer for the Bills' offense, especially as they aim to improve their third-down efficiency, which currently hovers around 41%, but could jump to over 56% with Chase's big play ability. But why would the Bengals make such a bold move? Well, their cap situation is tight, around $17 million in space, and they're currently sitting with odds of plus 120,000 to win the Super Bowl. Their offensive line has been decimated by injuries, with 5 concussions on the unit and a DVOA ranking of 25th, allowing 30 points per game. At only 25 years old, Chase is due for a hefty extension, around $35 million, and the Bengals are clearly in a bit of a rebuild mode, especially after a sluggish start this season that saw them drop to 1-4 in September. Reports from insider Schefter suggest that the Bengals are skeptical about pairing Burrow with a duo of WRs that haven't been performing at their best, especially with Chase's injury history and the team's overall struggles. They're looking to rebuild their trenches, and trading Chase could be part of that strategy, especially with the looming possibility of a rebuild on the horizon. Now, let's talk about what this means for the Bills. Right now, Buffalo sits at 9-4, and their wide receiver core ranks around 16th in the league with a total of roughly 200 yards. Adding Chase would be like injecting pure dynamite into an already potent offense. Imagine a scenario where Josh Allen, who's thrown for over 500 yards and 25 touchdowns this season, gets a deep threat like Chase to stretch the field even more. His yards per attempt would likely skyrocket, and his EPA per pass would see a notable boost, probably around plus 18%. Chase's ability to gain yards after the catch, combined with his contested catch prowess, could turn the Bills into one of the most explosive offensive units in the NFL. His presence would force defenses to account for the deep ball on every play, opening up more opportunities for the rest of the offense. And with the Bills, defense still among the top in the league, holding opponents to just 16 points a game, the team would have a perfect balance of explosive offense and stifling defense. Looking at the bigger picture, this move could elevate the Bills' Super Bowl odds significantly. Currently, their odds are around plus 800, but with Chase in the fold, sportsbooks are projecting them to move up to plus 400. That's a huge jump, and it's primarily due to the added deep threat and playmaking ability Chase would bring. His overall grade of 91.4, along with his ability to generate explosive plays, plus 24% increase, makes him a true X-factor, especially against top teams like the Chiefs. His skill set complements Allen's game perfectly, and the Bills' coaching staff would surely love to have that kind of weapon in their arsenal during the playoff push. Of course, all of this hinges on multiple factors, whether the Bengals truly pull the trigger, how the trade negotiations unfold, and if Buffalo is willing to part with the draft capital and cap space necessary. But the potential is there, and it's tantalizing. Buffalo has built a solid team around Allen and Diggs, but adding Chase could turn their offense into one of the most dangerous in recent memory. It would be a statement move, signaling that the Bills are all in on a Super Bowl run and willing to make bold moves to secure it. Remember, a change like this doesn't just impact the current season. It reshapes the landscape of the AFC for years to come. The AFC East would have to deal with a Bills team that now boasts one of the league's most electrifying receivers, and that could spell trouble for rivals like the Dolphins and Jets, who are already trying to find their footing. So with all eyes on Cincinnati, the Bills' front office might be watching intently, ready to pounce if the opportunity arises. Chase's talent, combined with the Bills' current roster, could be the perfect storm to propel Buffalo into genuine Super Bowl contention. And honestly, fans, this is the kind of bold move we've been waiting for. Something that makes us believe in the possibility of another ring, another deep playoff run, and the kind of excitement that only the Bills can deliver. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential Chase trade? Do you think it's worth the risk? Would you be excited to see him in Bills colors, making plays after the catch and stretching defenses to their breaking point? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinions matter so much to us and to the team. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates and analysis, so stay tuned for all the latest Buffalo Bills news. This offseason may be shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and I can't wait to see what moves the Bills make to stay at the top of the AFC. Keep the faith, Bills Mafia.